Can you all hear me?
We can.
Hello? Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So, I'm a bit struggling with my connection, but just give me a minute. I would try to fix that. Okay. All right. Okay. Hi. Hi, everyone. So, it's actually a privilege to do this, and I really want to appreciate the previous speaker, Mr. Caleb. He's really a visionary leader. Caleb, I really want to appreciate the good work you're doing. It's not easy, I know. When we discussed this and you brought up this idea of we giving back to the new awardees the same way we actually, this is more like a culture now. And I want to encourage you guys to also do this next year, hopefully when you come to China and all that. So find time to also give this orientation session to the next 2024 ANSO scholars. I think it should be more like a culture for us to do this. So I really want to appreciate him and the rest of the speakers that will take their time this evening to really tell you guys about China, tell you guys about ANSO scholarship and all that. Before I kickstart my presentation, I want to congratulate each and every one of you. It's not easy. It's actually one of the best scholarship in not just China. Hello, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. So it's not just the normal, scholarship and all that. It's one of the best scholarship across the globe. So it's really an opportunity for you to utilize this time you have to do either your master's or your PhD in China to really explore China, learn the cultures and all that. So briefly, I would try to share my screen now.
Um, Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Just that we
Okay.
mute our. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. My name is Mohammed Aminat, and I'm an MSc student from Institute of Process Engineering, CAS, and I'm honored to be here today. So, like Mr. Alex said, congratulations to all of you for winning the scholarship.
Okay, can you all see my slides?
Yes,
Can
we
you
can
see the
see.
slides?
Yes, we
Okay,
can
all
see.
right. So I will just try as fast as possible to do my presentation because the network is really giving issues. But so, all right. So this is ANSO scholarship, and my presentation is just going to be short. It's going to be about the ANSO scholarship and research opportunities in UCAS, China. So like I said during my introduction, you have one of the best scholarship in the world. I know people are always looking towards Chevening, Commonwealth scholarship and all that, but believe you me, the ANSO scholarship is one of the best scholarship in the world. And I'm hoping that at the end of my presentation, I will not only be able to convince you or confuse you, but at least I should leave a good, remarkable, I'm looking for the right word to use. I should leave something remarkable in your minds about ANSO scholarship and what you're coming into, what you're going to experience in the next few months of your stay in China. Okay. All right. So, if I should go through this again, my name is Alex Ujongo. I'm currently MSc Environmental Science, Institute of Urban Environment. All right, so these are the contents of my presentation. I'll definitely give you a rundown of the ANSO scholarship, and then we'll look into research opportunities in ANSO scholarship, and then we'll also look at the tools that can help you become a successful Anso scholar. All right, so as we all know, the Alliance of International Science Organization, this is the time frame for what is today known as Anso Scholarship. So it all started in 2013, where the Chinese president that really wanted to focus on how they could use science to develop China, and not just develop China, how they could use science to also enrich other researchers and scientists from across the globe. So in 2013, the idea of the Belt and Road Initiative was proposed. Hello, please, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Okay,
you.
all right, okay. So after 2013, that the whole vision and all that was proposed, in 2014, they had the first International Science Forum of National Scientific Organizations on the Belt and Road Initiative. Like I said, the Belt and Road Initiative was just an idea to not just develop the research area of China, but to also bring in scientists, young scientists from across the globe to come into China, do research, and enrich their scientific knowledge and all that. So in 2014, they had the first International Science Forum. And then in July 2017, the name Alliance of International Science Organization was formed, which is today known as ANSO. So the name was drafted after its first international workshop. Now, this international workshop had lots of institutes within the University of Chinese Academy of Science, or you could just call it in short form Chinese Academy of Science. It had about 124 different institutes coming together to form the framework of what is today known as ANSO. So in November 2018, ANSO was formally inaugurated, and the first ANSO General Assembly and first ANSO governing body had a meeting. The meeting was held in November 2018. So this is a rundown of what is today known as ANSO. So the most important thing here is to know that ANSO was not just an initiative to enrich the scientific research that is going on in China. No, the main reason for the Belt and Road Initiative was to bring in young scholars like you, young scholars like me, from every part of the world to come into China, learn something about the science in China, and then take it back to your country and see how this knowledge would enrich you. So that's what we know as ANSO, Alliance of International Science Organization. So the main goals of ANSO actually are three. There are three goals of ANSO. The first one is to, like I said, strengthen cooperation in science, technology, and innovation for the promotion of shared development. You know, when you have the STI model of education, which is science, technology, and innovation, you could see how this model can promote development in every aspect of the society. So one of the key goals of ANSO is to strengthen cooperation in science, technology, and innovation. So what they're expecting of you as an ANSO scholar is to bring in ideas that will strengthen development in your country. So the second goal of ANSO is to build a platform of co-innovation and a long-term mechanism for science, technology, and innovation cooperation, which is the STI model, like I said. You see, the STI, hello, can you all hear me?
Yes,
Okay, all right. So the STI model is also to build a platform of co-innovation. Co-innovation in the sense that when you come to China as an ANSO scholar, you're going to have the opportunity to be a researcher in a in let me say in a research lab where you have people from Pakistan, people from Egypt, people from Ethiopia, from all parts of the world. So this bringing together of young researchers builds a platform of co-innovation, and a long-term mechanism. So the third one is actually, as you can see here, is focus on the major challenges and organize related international programs. So one of the key goals of ANSO is to focus on major challenges, and then while they are focusing on these major challenges, they're also organizing programs that will help open your minds, that will help you see the society in a different view. Okay, so as you can see, this is the map of Asia and you have Africa here. So it's not just about Africa because you have students coming in from Germany and all parts of the world, but the major focus so far has been bringing in students from Africa so they could learn how they can develop their different countries from the knowledge they will gather as an ANSO scholar. All right, so quickly, the research opportunities in ANSO. Now, you see, ANSO as a body has a lot of research opportunities. And as you already know, you're already part of that research opportunities in ANSO. So one of the key research opportunities is the ANSO Scholarship for Young Talents. Now, the ANSO Scholarship for Young Talents brings in um, students from all parts of the world to come and research, come and learn some vital research skills in China, either through the master's program or the PhD program. So, as you all know, the master's program is for 3 years, and the PhD program is for an average of at least 4 to 5 years. So I think other speakers will tell you more about these different programs and how you can succeed academically. So the second research opportunity in ANSO is the ANSO Visiting Fellowship on Mega Science Facilities. Now, you see, one of the things about ANSO is that they are not just focused on young talents. If you're a professor, if you're doing postdoc, you could also have an opportunity to visit any of the research institute, and you have a very good environment to do your research. So this is the platform where they bring in postdocs, they bring in professors from other institutes. I think my institute has a professor from Pakistan who has been here as a visiting professor. So the third one is ANSO training programs. Now, you see, part of part of your scholarship as an ANSO scholar is you'll be involved in a lot of training programs. I'll talk about that in the next slides. Training programs like the UCAS summer camp. There are lots of training programs within ANSO. All these programs are built so as to enrich your minds. So the next one is collaborative research. Okay, so when you come to China as an ANSO scholar, it's expected that you have this collaborative research between you and the rest of your lab mates or the rest of the people in your research group. So the last one is ANSO International Network. Now there is, if we go back to this slide where you see this map, so there is, hello, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you
Okay,
perfectly.
all right. Okay, all right. So there is an international network where, as an ANSO scholar, you could tap into that network through your LinkedIn. You could find scholars that are members of ANSO governing body. So this international network would help you in the future. Maybe you're looking for a postdoc position and all that. So this ANSO international network would help you. So I would encourage you to look into ANSO scholars in LinkedIn, try to get their connections, and it will really help you as you progress in your research. So quickly, so some interesting activities as an ANSO scholar. Now you see there are lots of activities. You're not just coming to China to read, do research and all that. There are also lots of activities in China or in your different institutes that ANSO has made available for you. as an Anso scholar. So one of those activities is the UCAS summer camp. There's also a winter camp, but these camps are organized in such a way that you meet with other young talents like you could build a good platform. You could open your minds to how you can replicate what you're being taught here in China back in your country. So you see, this is the recent summer camp that just ended, and you could see students here trying to learn more about the research. I think this is Institute of Urban Environment. This is my institute. So these are also students in Shenzhen. You could see them here with some cultural dancers. So, here you could also see the students having a nice time and all that. So all work without play makes Jack a dull boy. So you could see them partying here, which is part of one of the activities as an ANSO scholar. So it's not just about work, 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 and research. So, okay, let's make progress. All right. So, what are the tools to help you succeed as an ANSO scholar? Okay, you know, one of the important things about scholarship is that it's not just about you getting the scholarship, but also knowing how you can succeed when you get the scholarship. So briefly, I'll just talk about three tools, but there are so many tools, but I'll just try to explain this. So the first tool, hello, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can
Hello,
hear
can
you.
you all hear me? All right, okay, thank you. So the first tool is embrace the transdisciplinary model of research. You see, um, in UK, I think, yeah, in UK they have interdisciplinary model of research. In Europe, parts of Europe, they also have the interdisciplinary model of research. But in China and in UCAS especially, what we have here is the transdisciplinary model of research. What is the transdisciplinary model of research? If you can, you see this, you have the yellow, you have blue, you have red, and you have green. So what this simply means is that you might find yourself in a research lab where the person sitting next to you is studying animal science, or the person sitting next to you is studying computer science or programming and all that, while you're studying maybe virology or one of those courses. So they bring people from different aspects of science to come together, and brainstorm on how they could succeed. So one of the key things that will help you is to don't be scared of this opportunity, you know, try to open your minds, because I think you spend 1 year in Beijing, and after 1 year in Beijing, you go back to your different institutes. So try to open your minds when you go back to your different institutes. Try to embrace this transdisciplinary model of research. Don't say, oh, I'm the only chemistry student amongst people studying animal science. How would I succeed? Oh, I'm the only computer science student among people studying biochemistry. How will I succeed? No, try to look into how you can tap from this different knowledge from them and succeed in your research work. All right, so the second tool is have a mentor. Okay, so it's very difficult for you to succeed as an ANSO scholar without a mentor. So I really want to encourage you, in as much as you're going to Beijing, but also try as much as possible to have a mentor when you go back to your research institute. At least have someone you report to, have someone you're accountable for. It's not just about having a mentor, but be sure that this is someone you look up to and you're very accountable to the person. So having a mentor would also help you succeed as an ANSO scholar. Okay, so the third one, and the last is embrace AI related tools. Okay, so we all know AI related tools are very popular now um, in the educational field. We have so many like ChatGPT, Chat PDF. We have so many tools. Now, in as much as I don't discourage people from using those tools, I also try to see that I tell them how they could use these tools. So embrace AI related tools like, the chat GPT. I think I'll just share this link to the organizer so he could help you with it. So, these are AI related tools that can help you in your research work. Okay, so thank you all for listening. If you have questions briefly, I would just respond to your questions. Thank you. All right. Okay, guys, I'm done. All right. Thank you. All right. Okay. Thank. Yeah. Just drop your questions. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Bye.
Can you see my screen now? Okay. All right. So thank you. I'm honored to be here today. So I'll be taking you guys on the guidance for international students. I've introduced myself earlier, Mohammed Aminat. So let's begin. So we'll be going through the things that you need when you arrive here, all through your stay in China. Then the most important apps you have to get on your phone before coming and once you're here. We're talking about the accommodation, how the accommodation looks like here, then registration steps and other informations. So the things you need, I would advise you guys whenever you're coming, because at the airport you're going to bring your luggage is going to be 23 kg, 23 kg and one handbag which is 7 kg. So just ensure one of your 23 kg you use a Ghana must go bag to pack foodstuffs. I would advise you to do that and make sure your foodstuff is even much than clothes. So let me just run through this. You're going to need your foodstuffs, the normal egusi, obono. Just make sure you bring dried foodstuffs. If you are Igbo or any other tribe, what's dry foods from your tribe, dried fish, spices, salt, beverages, noodles, things like that. Then you need plates and cutleries as well. Maybe like 2 plates or 2 plates, 2 cups, and 2 spoons. Then your personal belongings as well. You need shoes, perfume, body spray, detergents. But there are some things you can also get here, but you can just bring little. Just bring them in little quantity. You don't need to bring whole. Then your clothing as well. So your clothing should not be much. Just minimize. Maybe if you're a guy, just bring like 2 trousers or 3 trousers, shirts, the belts, important clothing. Then for females, if you're a Muslim, just ensure you bring long clothes. If you know you like wearing long clothes, ensure, because you can't find long clothes here. Though you find, but it's very difficult to get one. Then your scarves and hijabs. Then for the guys, just make sure you bring little clothes and your food stuff should be more. Then your important documents as well. You shouldn't forget that. You should ensure to pack all your important documents, all your admission documents, visa documents, birth certificates, transcript, and all. Then your gadget as well, very important. Laptop and charger, phone, flash drive, and any other gadgets you have. Then as medicine as well, but I would advise you treat malaria before coming, because they don't have malaria tablets here. So, and you can as well bring malaria tablets, but treat yourself before coming. And you can also get maybe vitamin C, paracetamol, and diclofenac. Just have it. But they sell drugs too here. Then expenditure. Yeah, you need money, but in RMB. So if you have people to borrow you from here, to be better than you converting RM Naira to RMB. So just have enough money to borrow from people, because once you get here, you need to buy cookwares and some useful foodstuffs and some other things. So at least you need money. So maybe you borrow from people or you convert money. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay. So that's all on
things you need once you get here, the things you need to bring when coming. So moving on, the most important app. Well, I would like to say this: if you know you want to, when you get here, you want your movement to be to navigate through the buses and trains here to be very easy. Just get yourself an iPhone. It's very, very important, because if you have an Android, it will be a bit difficult for you to navigate your way here. So it's very important to have an iPhone, because the Apple Map is very useful. You can use it, and you can use it for the buses and the train stations and the subway here. So it's very easy to use than having an Android phone. So if so the apps you need the Apple Map for the iPhone, and the Apple Map is very important. You need Baidu, so you have to download these apps. You need Baidu, you need the Taobao. You can download them here or there, but these ones are the most important ones you need to have on your phone. So the Taobao is just like an online shopping. It's for online shopping. This Pinduoduo is also for online shopping, but the difference is that you find cheaper things in this Pinduoduo than the Taobao. Then I know we all have WeChat, so you need WeChat as well. Then you need Alipay too, for maybe you want to pay for goods or transportation. This is very important. Then any VPN, either paid or free VPN, you also need VPN. Then you need Google Translate as well. But Google Translate is not really working here, so you have to get Baidu Translator. That one is very, very good. So these are the important apps that you need. The most important ones to have on your phone. Even before coming, you can just download them, because once you get there, get here, the VPN is always somehow. So, but just have this on your phone before coming here. So for the communication app, as we all know, WeChat, we use that. We all know WeChat. Then the Alipay as well. The Alipay is usually used for payments here, maybe for bus payment or when you get something from the supermarket or store. So just download these two apps too before coming to China. So we also have the traveling apps. We have the AutoNavi Navigator, the Baidu Maps, the Apple Maps, like I said earlier, and also the Metro Map. So this Metro Map is usually like you use it for the subway. Then we have Didi as well. This Didi Map is for taxis here. So this is just the important traveling apps you need to have on your phone. So paying for subway or bus. This card here, once you get to China, you understand very well. So this card here, once you get to the subway, you can get this card. So you can use it to pay for your fare, as if you don't have Alipay, but most of us will have Alipay. So, but you can also have this card if you want it. So it is very easy. Once you subscribe and you have enough money on the card, you can just use it for bus or subway. And so this is also the Alipay. The Alipay, this is how the first this is the Alipay. You can use the Alipay too for bus or subway. So this place is just showing us the transport. Once you click on this transport, you can use the QR code to pay for transportation, either bus or subway. So but you need to have money on your Alipay or your WeChat before you can make payments for bus or subway. So location guideline, but this location guideline is for those using iPhone. As I said, just get yourself an iPhone. It's very, very important. So this is just a location guideline in case once you get here or when you're going anywhere and you don't really know how to navigate your way. Once you click on this icon here, you search for wherever you are going. Let's assume I'm going to Yichuanlu. So I'll type in Yichuanlu. Once I type in Yichuanlu, this thing will pop out. The car, it will show me options. This option, this 21 minutes, showing a car icon. Then you click on it. Once you click on it, it will bring out this drive, walk, transit, cycle, and ride share. So if you are going on transit, you choose transit. If you are going on a drive, maybe like a taxi, you choose on this. And if you are going on cycling, because there are always bicycles here as well in designated places. So if you are going for cycling, this is it. So once you click on the transit, it will show you the time the bus is coming, and it will show you the bus to take, the number of the bus to take. So once you check it, we are easy to go. So here, this one is showing us the number of buses to take. If it is 307, 355, or 450. So those are the buses going to this location here. So once you press go, it will show you, it will bring out the list of all the old bus stops you are going to come across before getting to your final destination. So you just have to follow the bus stops. So once you get to Yuchuanlu, it will tell you that you are in Yuchuanlu, so you have to alight from the bus. So it is very easy on iPhone, but you can't get this on Android. No, you won't get this on Android. So iPhone is very easy. So once you have your iPhone with you, you can go anywhere you like in China, anywhere, I can tell you. So that's the location. So for the accommodation, yes, we also have apps for renting in case if you don't want to stay in the campus, you don't stay off campus. We have apps, we have Wealthy, we have 58, we have zero rentals. So the pros and cons for living in campus and the off campus. Living in campus is very cheap, and in Beijing here you pay 900 RMB per month. That's for Anso students, but for the CSE students and UCAS students, it's free. And here in the campus, there's high security care, and there's also a canteen. And there's also a halal canteen too, that you can have breakfast, dinner, and lunch. But the disadvantage is that you cannot cook. But in some institutes, apart from not in Beijing, maybe Wuhan or Shenzhen, any other institute, they do allow them cooking. But here in Yuchuanlu, in this Beijing, they don't allow. But we still cook. I don't know if they know or not, but we cook. We find means to cook. So there's no use of high voltage machine in the room, and they don't allow married couples to live in the same room. So, but for the advantages of the off campus, you can cook. You are free to do whatever you like. You can good for married couples, and you can live in the single room according to what you prefer. But the disadvantage is that it is so expensive, and you have to renew the contract yearly. So imagine paying 2,000 to 3,000 RMB per month, whereas in the hostel in the dormitory here you can just pay 900 RMB. So it's left to you to decide, but it's still better to stay in the campus. So for the registration steps, we have the on-campus registration. Once you get here, you're going to go through the on-campus registration. Accommodation registration. So once you get to Beijing, you find your way to Yuchuanlu campus, and you're going to do your registration there. So, but once you're doing they will ask you for the registration fee, but you just tell them that you apply to for them to deduct the accommodation fee from your living allowance. So you tell them that is what you want, that you don't have the fee with you. So you're also going to do the SIM card registration, whereby you'll be needing your passport and proof of admission letter to prove that you're a student. So they are going to open a student SIM card for you. Then after that, you are going to do the health verification examination. So within the 7 days of entering China, you are going to you go to this health center, the International Travel Healthcare Center, to verify your original physical examination results. You would have done that, so you just need to take it to them. They'll verify it, and they are going to give you a new health verification certificate. So for the scholarship and bank registration, for the awardees of CSE scholarship and ANSO and the UCAS, once you open your bank accounts, it depends on the institute, the bank they want you to open. Once you open your bank accounts, you submit the bank details to your institute, and they are going to they'll issue your scholarship to you. So that is when they'll start making payments into your bank account. So the offline registration is just the rules and you are going to sign some documents, the rules and regulations for UCAS, and they're going to verify your admission qualifications. So once you do that, you're good to go. Then the last one is the resident permit. It takes time, maybe like after some weeks, there's a particular document they are going to issue to you, and that document is usually stamped by the ISO. So once they give you that document, then you can apply for the resident permit. So food delivery apps, maybe for those that don't like cooking, but once you get here, I know sometimes it might be tiring to cook all by yourself. So these are the food delivery apps. We have the Meituan and this Dianping.com. So these applications are really helpful for buying foods and they are very fast. So the Dianping.com can also be used for buying tickets for visiting different places in Beijing. So these are just the food apps. Then supermarkets and restaurants. We have various supermarkets and restaurants here. Their market here is not like how Nigerian market is, or I don't know. It's just it's like a supermarket, like normal modern supermarkets. So that's how they sell different items, food items, any other things you want. So we have the CSF, we have the Walmart, and we have the DMart markets. They're always at different places. You can always find them anywhere. Then for the restaurants, we have the BRB, we have the Anbab, we have the Zamzam. Moving on, so for the hospitals, we have Peking University Third Hospital here in Beijing, and we also have the Beijing Haidian Hospital. There are various hospitals as well, but these ones are near to the dormitory, because it's in Haidian, and Jianlu is also in Haidian, so it is closer to us. So thank you. That's all.
So second speaker, Amina. My question particularly, I think we'll go to Amina, but anybody can actually answer it because you. So this is my question. I would like to know about the pros and cons of resuming early or late for extension or not apply when you resume before, like during the resumption date. Like let's say, okay, so let's just start on the 4th. Registration takes place 2nd and 3rd. So what happens? I mean, what are the advantages and disadvantages if you resume before that time or after that time, as regarding number one, accommodation, or the payments that we're supposed to receive and every other thing, the attention we're supposed to receive? Please, I would like to know, because some of us are still struggling. Thank you.
Okay.
And maybe any other information you might want to give us about coming down to Nigeria.
Okay, if I get that, you want to know if there is if you can if you come late or early, right?
Do you get an accommodation?
Okay, let me say
Maybe
this. One thing is, if you know you're not going to come before the resumption date. If I think the resumption date is it 1st or 3rd? If you're not going to okay, 4th. If you're not coming before that date, you should apply for a leave. That will be better. So once you apply for a leave, and you tell them the exact day you are coming, they will know, okay, this is the particular day you are coming, so as to avoid any unnecessary issues. So you just have to apply for a leave. So you tell them the starting day, the particular day you are going to come. That's the best thing to do. And once you get there, like, I don't know how this the process is for this new set. I don't know how the process would be, because during mine, we didn't resume the exact dates. They told, like, now you guys are coming all together in a particular day, but as we came at different time. So, and it's immediately we got here, we did all the registration at our own pace. It's not as if we have to do this at this particular day or that. So, but if you know you're not going to meet up for the resumption dates, just apply for a leave. That's the best thing to do. But once you get there, the processing is very easy. From one registration to the other, and they're going to give you accommodation. But before coming as well, you tell them you are coming, so they'll provide accommodation for you. Because I had them saying, if you don't come early and there's no room, maybe you find your way out. That's on your own. So that's why you need to come early, and you need to inform them when you are coming, or if you are going to come late. So you just inform them. That's it.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was very helpful. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Can you see my PPT as well? Okay. Good evening, scholars in China, and good evening, scholars from Nigeria. I'm Imran Salisu, a master's student in the University of Chinese Academy of Sciences at the Institute of Process Engineering. And firstly, I would like to start by congratulating each and every one of you for getting this golden opportunity on the Anso Scholarship, as Alex has mentioned. This is a very good scholarship. It is a great privilege for us all, because I know thousands of people are out there aiming to get it, but they don't have this kind of opportunity. And one impression is for knowing that you are coming to one of the best university in the world, and the best research university in China as well. So I know this is quite motivational to you. So throughout my presentation, I will discuss on successfully learning Chinese and how to make a good grades and China academic grading system. So this is what I'm going to be discussing with you. So I know all of you think that learning Chinese language is so difficult, but learning Chinese language, actually, it depends on your interest. If you really want to learn Chinese, I think this is the best time for you to learn it. Why? Because this time around, you are going to do your courses offline. So the more you interact with the students, the more you practice, and the more you are going to learn it. So I think this is the best time for you to learn it. Just put interest that you want to learn it, and I'm telling you that within the next 4 months for your Chinese course, language course, you are going to learn more about how to speak and how to communicate with Chinese. And the UCAS Chinese language requirement for graduation, let me say, is for you to be able to complete the HSK1 and HSK2. And when you are dealing with HSK1, it is just an easy text for you, because it corresponds to the most basic Chinese skills at the A level. So at this level of your Chinese, you are not like too occupied with the grammars and the stuff yet in Chinese. So what you are going to achieve at this level is just for you to get the main basic things, maybe how to write simple words, how to say words, how to just do simple stuffs in Chinese. But and at the end of this HSK1, you are going to be having an exam, and that exam is going to be 100%. So you have to take note of that. I know most people, they will think that the HSK1 and HSK2, at the end of the semester, they are going to become the scores is going to be combined, but actually it's not. The HSK1, they are going to mark it differently from the HSK2. So each one of them is 100%. So try as much as possible to see you have a good score in this Chinese language, because it is really easy, most especially the HSK1. So the HSK2 is is not difficult, but it's just like built up from the HSK1. So at this level of the Chinese language, you have to improve yourself on how to communicate more with people, maybe in the market and some open places. So if you are going to the market, you have to learn some basics things for you to say maybe in the market and all these things. So actually, it's not that complicated. So the UCAS requirements for or the methods for this Chinese language is for you to pass the writing, the reading, and the listening session. So I think because our own course is online, so we will not deal more with the writing. So we focus more on the reading and listening. But I think this time around we are going to do the writing part. But I think even on they create a platform in WeChat that sometimes they used to give us an assignment to copy a text in the textbook for the Chinese language. So I think this time around we are going to do it in the writing book. So during our exams, we assess on the reading and the listening parts. But I think this time around they are going to include the writing parts, though it's not that difficult. And these are the important apps for you for learning Chinese. These are the most important apps for you. Just try to use your Play Store to download this, place your Google Translate, and by it, as Amina has already told you about it. The most important one among these is the Baidu Translate. I think the Baidu Translate will help you a lot, most especially if you are trying to communicate with people, to help you and put like a way for you to have easy access or easy communication with the Chinese people. So please try to install it in your phone, most especially maybe iPhone phone, because that's the most important phone you can use in China. And there is one important note here, as I already mentioned about it. There will be exams at the end of each learning session of your Chinese language classes. That's the HSK1 and HSK2. So just focus on how to pass all these things. So let's move to how to make a good grades. Please, can you hear me? Okay. Thank you so much. So, actually, this is something that I know you must have clear about it. So I know this is just based on my experience and based on my previous courses. So the UCAS course requirement is for you to get the minimum credit before graduating. And for masters, you are expected to take like a maximum of 30 credits before graduation. And for PhD, is for you to take 9 credits before you graduate. And if you are doing masters to PhD program, that's a joint program. So you are expected to at least have a maximum of 40 credit before your graduation time. So the most important thing for you to get a good grade are the attendance, because attendance is very important, you know, because even in class, you know, the teachers will be telling you that if you miss 3 classes, you automatically fail the course. So that's what they be saying to you, you know. So you have to be very careful of the attendance. At least, just like Nigerian way of doing attendance, you know, you must have like 70% of the attendance before you can be able to even write an exams for a particular course. So make sure you have all the attendance at least 70%. And if you have any issue, maybe you are not going to the class, maybe based on medical conditions, you know, you can message the teacher and tell him or her more about your condition. I know they can accept that. Maybe you can even bring a proof to show that you are being hospitalized. And the next thing is assignment. Assignment is very important. And one thing assignment is, if you are given any assignment, try to submit the assignment as early as possible, because it will help you really. If the assignment time maybe is just 1 week, so try to submit it within that 1 week, because if you exceed, maybe if the marks is 30, you know, at the end you'll be getting 15, and that will affect your scores. And some teachers used to take different methods of these assignments. Some gives presentation, some gives class quiz, some give a written assignment, you know. But most of the most of the teachers, I think they usually prefer to give presentation to the students, you know. So most of them used to give presentation, and I think this presentation will take care of this 30 to 40%. Some will give you like 2 to 3 presentations, you know, based on the topic they are working on. So, and the last thing is exams. And, you know, exams is very important, you know, but, you know, it's not like our own exams in Nigeria, I believe. Exams here, you know, they prefer to give you an open book exam so that you can pass it. So in the exams, you'll be having like 2 to 3 hours to complete the exams, but it is going to be open book exam. So you see, there is no way you are going to fail. They already arranged the system, organized the system, you know, in such a way that if you see yourself fail in any course, if you fail any course, you know, that's just from you, you know. So just try to make sure that you have all these things for you to be able to have a very good grade. And these are important tips on how to make a good grade. I think it's not just for you to go to class and sit down, but you have to be very active in the class, you know, active by like answering and asking questions, you know, and participating in class activities. This will really help you in making good grades. And I'm very sure that if you can practice this, you can have a very good grades in your academics here in China. Though this is, I told you before, this is based on my personal experience, but you know yourself and you can add more and know how to make a good grades. I believe you can get, you know, here you can get 99 in a course. They don't care about it, you know, as far as you want to get 99, you can get 99 in a course. I know many people that used to get that got 99, 98, 97, 96 in a course, you know. But some people still, you see that they used to fail some courses. I know many people that they will be telling you that they fail a course, you know, but I don't see any reason how you are going to fail any course. The attendance is there, 20% free for you, assignments there, you know, and the exams is open book. So why are you going to fail? And in the case of the exams or everything self, you can just create a group for yourself, you know, that if maybe, for example, you have 10 or 5 people offering the same course, you can open a group for yourself. During the assignments or the exams, you can help each other and make sure that you pass the course. So I think this is so helpful for you. Let me move to the next slide. And the next thing, or the last thing, is the China academic grading system. So the Chinese graduate grading system is somehow different from our grading system in Nigeria. Here, they are working on the 4-point scale, and there are 3 grading methods, as you can see in this picture here. I placed it here. So they usually have 0 to 100, and they have A to D and fast or Pell. So the main thing is for you to know your grades and which grade points you are on. And one important thing is the GPA calculation. So I know most people don't care about it as far as they will pass a course. So they don't care about the grading, how to calculate their GPA. They don't care about it. So, but it is important for you to at least know how to calculate it in case if you want to maybe apply or do something with it. So it's important for you to know about it. And let me add one thing for you. One important thing I learned from my mentor is that he used to say, get a good grade because you need that grade, to further your studies. Unless maybe if you are going to work in an organization or company. So at that point, I think you don't need a very good grade. But if you know that you are going to maybe apply for your PhD after your master's degree, so that means you have to focus on building on your GPA to make a very good GPA. At least if you can be able to get 3.7, let me see, 3.7 above, that means you have a very good GPA. So, and here also there is an important note for you. If you fail 2 courses at the same time, your scholarship will be automatically terminated. So, this is not funny thing, People used to fail courses, and just imagine that you fail 2 courses in the same semester and your scholarship is being terminated. So, what are you going to tell your colleagues back in Nigeria that your scholarship is terminated? You pack your things and go back, It doesn't sound well at all. But following a simple strategy, will make you to pass all these courses without any failure. So this is just an important note for you, so that you will not fail any course. And I think this is the end of my session. And I wish you all the best in your presentations and your preparation to come to China. This is the end of my session.
All right, please, thank you very much. My question is very straight. I was thinking another alternative of expediting movement from Nigeria to China is applying for express visa. Please, would that have any effect in the reimbursement? Express visa is I think 80 something thousand, while the normal is 58,500. Yes, please. That's my question. Will it have any effect in the reimbursement of the visa fees? Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, okay. So briefly, Bush, can you hear me? Hello, can you all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Can hear
So
you.
yes, we we understand the situation currently now, where you have to resume your registration on the 3rd of September, which is just, I think, barely 2 weeks from now. But what I would advise is that I think in the offer letter, it's not really specified if you should use express visa or the normal visa. But what I would advise is instead of using the express visa, just use the normal visa. Yeah. You could try the option of sending an email to your ISO, that's the international representative, student representative in your institute, telling them the current situation you're faced with. Once you're an ANSO scholar, once you go to the visa center to process your visa, so long as your documents are in order, they won't stop your visa. You're a Chinese property now. Sorry to use that word, but you're an ANSO scholar, your CSC, your UCAS. So already automatically you have a leverage when you go to apply for visa. So in summary, instead of applying for express visa, just apply for the normal visa and then send an email to your ISO telling them your current situation. And I think that will be sorted out. All right. Because you have I think a day of some days of grace between 3rd to 15th of September. And your visa as an ANSO scholar would come out in less than one week when you apply. All right, so okay. Hello, did you get the answer?
Yes, thank you very
Oh,
much.
yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
very
So
much.
just send an email telling them, but the best thing is just to apply for the normal visa. That's the best option I can at least for now, from the little I've gathered, that's the best option for you. All right. Okay, so please, who's the next person? Who's the next person? Who else has a question? I saw someone raising their hand. I don't know. I saw someone raising their hand. I don't know. Was they don't refund local flights. Oh, uh, actually, about local flights, they refund. They refund. They refund. Definitely, you get your refund. But the thing is, try to arrange your boarding pass. Okay, try to arrange your boarding pass. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think you're right. They don't refund local flights. Sorry, it's only international flights they refund. So arrange your international flights boarding pass very well because that's the only refund you get. But as for local flights, they won't refund that. So who else has a question? Is there any other question? Okay. I think if there's no other question, we can end the meeting. Or is there any other thing you need clarification about? I think Amina is still here. Imranu is still here. Salisu is still here. So the both of them can handle your issues, both on your arrival and your exams and all of that. So if there's anything you feel they didn't really cover, you could just ask briefly. We still have about 5 more minutes. Okay, please, how many courses per semester maximum are to take? Salisu,
Hello.
yeah, please respond to that. All right.
Yeah. Actually, there is no maximum course you can take in the semester, but at the end of your program, you're expected to complete that 30 credits. So you are the one now to decide maybe each semester, maybe you take like 16 credits, you understand? Or maybe you take 18 credit in a semester, then the other semester you complete it. So it depends on how you plan it, and it depends on how you can consult your teacher to ask more about courses you are going to. what to register. I believe this answer your question.
Okay, Benjamin, yeah, you could turn on your mic and
Okay,
ask your question. All right.
okay,
Okay,
thank you so much.
no
Thank you so
problem.
much for the lectures. Although I was somewhere a bit too busy, I couldn't hear the last speaker while it was a very rich part that I should have listened to. Nevertheless, yes, I want to find out, is there any logistics to convert us from the airport to the institute? I mean, to cars, that's what I really mean. Is there any logistics to convert us, or we have to find our way down to the university?
Okay, Scholar Amina, I think you're in Beijing, so
Okay.
yeah.
That is why it is important for you to inform your supervisor on your arrival date. So it's either they come and pick you or they send someone to pick you up. Because if they don't, that means you have to find your way here. But there's a subway at the airport. You can use the subway. But it's very, very good for you to just inform your supervisor. So they will come and pick you up. That's a good idea.
And I think that is the
All
best.
right.
Let's
Yeah,
contact
that's the best. If you don't
yeah,
want to
contact
struggle
your supervisor
to,
so that they can arrange it.
or they can arrange a taxi for you to pick you up at the
They can
airport
arrange it for
to
you.
the dormitory.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Okay,
is there
please.
any
I
other?
still want to ask
Okay,
another question, please.
sure, go on, go on. We still have 2 more minutes.
Please, I want to find out if we, as Anso scholars, if we have the privilege to do any other email job or something, are we free to do that?
Oh, okay, okay. Uh, okay, let me respond to this, and then maybe Amina and Salisu would also respond to this. But I think it's a general, it's a rule in China as a student, you're not allowed, as a student with student visa, yes, because definitely you have student visa. So with your student visa, you can't work in China. It's prohibited. In fact, one of the things in your offer letter is that while you are on ANSO scholarship or UCAS or CSC, you're not allowed to accept any other, or you're not allowed to run any other program or any other scholarship program alongside this particular offer. I think it's on your offer letter, so you should go through that again. So your coming to China is just basically to study, to research. So you're not allowed to work because what you have is student visa. Please, you should really take note of this. The Chinese government is very particular about this. If you're caught working as a student, automatically your visa will be revoked. The next day, you'll be on the first flight back to your country. And like Salisu had really mentioned, he really emphasized on the fact, thank you so much for your presentation, Salisu. He really emphasized on the fact that it will not be nice for you to come to China and then go back to Nigeria, telling people you dropped out of the program, or people get to learn that you dropped out of the program because of one or two things. So try as much as possible to be very careful on this issue. You're not allowed to work with your student's visa. So maybe Amina and Salisu could also react to that.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's also based on your life schedule because like my life, I used to go there around, let's say, 8 to 7 o'clock in the night. So you see, there is not even a time for you to work, you know. So just make sure that you just save yourself from all these things. If not, as Alex said, if you are caught working and you are found guilty of it, at the end, your visa is going to be revoked and you are going back to Nigeria straight. So just try as much as possible because the scholarship, the amount you are given the scholarship, I think it can sustain you. So there is nothing you have to do again. Just focus on studying and that's all. Maybe later on after you finish, you can maybe create some business ideas on how to start, But while studying, please, I advise you not to work. That's the best thing.
Yeah, so sorry. I would like to extend a bit on Ushi's question. What about maybe running some other online program, like a part time or something alone on your own that is not part of ASO or whatever? Is it allowed if one can actually embrace it?
So, based on the last question, um, you're going to spend 1 year, as you already know, in Beijing. And after your first year in Beijing, you're going to spend the next 2 years in your research institute. And trust me, I know the publication for masters or PhD. Okay, for masters, I know the publication is at least one paper, and for PhD, it must be at least two papers. Trust me, it's not easy. Even we finding out time to do this presentation today, it's because of sacrifice and all that. So you might really not have time to do any other program. Like, yeah, you can try learning from LinkedIn and all that. You can try learning some software programs, but doing a professional program that will really need your time to attend classes and all that, it's really going to be difficult. So, like Mr. Caleb has rightly said, even if you want to do online work, try as much as possible not to make that influence your research time, because what your supervisors will really be looking out for is you're trying your best to do your research and complete your research within the shortest period of time. So try as much as possible when you're coming to China to have that mindset that the most important thing of being in China is to succeed, and to succeed, you have to do your research. So thank you. All right. I wish you guys all the best. Sorry, I have to leave the meeting now. Great. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in China. All right. So bye. Thank you so much for this time and the privilege.
Okay, I just want to really appreciate you for this orientation program. I'm so excited. I pray may God bless you all and all the speakers.
Okay. I wish you success and safe trip to China. All right. That's all from me. Good night.
Yeah, also, I wish you all the best on your preparations and wish to welcome you soon in China. I know me and Amina, we are in Yuchualu, so if you need any help, you can reach to us when you arrive. We can send you the location of Yuchualu and also maybe try to help you to arrive here safely. So wish to see you soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you. Thank you.
We really
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Ms.
Thank you.
Amina. Thank you, Sir Caleb. Thank you, Sir Ibrahimna. We appreciate. In fact, this session was so helpful. In fact, it's very, very, very important. Very important. I've learned a lot. I now have a more clear head and a direction to follow. Thank you.